Yeah, they're seeing us. Everything's wonderful. Okay. They're watching us test each other out here. So my virtual studio mode did not work. So we're actually just live now. Greetings! Welcome to Meet Me at the Table. This is, I think we're live. I don't know.
Yes.
uh,
Oh, I do. I have to refresh.
there you go. Congratulations. All right. Hopefully this is working. Jen, it's nice to have you. For anybody that's ever been here before or knows anything, this is Jen from JenCamPlaysBoardGames. Awesome to have you. Thank you for joining.
Oh my gosh, I hope I wasn't swearing.
Oh, no. Sure, you're fine.
With me, you never know.
That's awesome. So I have invited Jen on to do some painting today. We're going to do painting with pals. It'll be awesome.
And which is really kind of ironic because I have painted once. I mean, kind of twice, but really only once. I painted Shadows of Brimstone like a month ago. And
Love
that's
it.
it. And that was like with speed paints. And so it made it really easy for me. So I literally have no idea what I'm doing.
I think you're going to be fantastic. And don't worry, the people in the chat are probably going to be awesome to see you, and they're going to have a great time because they all are better painters than me, and so they give you some tips here. Like Elena's here. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, that's right. I did everything in my power to fix my chat, and I still failed. Hold on a second. I got to do something here. There we go. Wait, a little bit more. Let's do it. There we go. Okay, well, now I got you in the wrong spot because I'm amazing. Let me see. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Nope. There we go. Right there. No. Oh, boy. Super good project here.
Streaming's the best, dude. Like, it's the best.
Totally. Canje is here. Derek, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. He said emerged. He says he's having a fun time watching us try to get things working.
Oh gosh.
We are all amazing. Yeah, so I actually had my chat working. Steve actually helped me with it yesterday, and now it's not working again. That's great. Awesome to have some new people here. Ryla Tourney. Oh, I apologize if I say her name wrong. Terrible at names. That's rule number one. What else we got? Ike is here as well. Ike, nice to see you. Janet Williams is here. Nice to see you. Bouncing between you both and Loquitur Gaming stream. Oh. What's Loquitur doing? Wonder. Jen will tell me what Loquitur's doing. That'll be the deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. What are we painting today? So since I am so new to painting, I went as low risk as possible. So I am not painting. I don't know which way to turn. My Tamashii. Not painting that. I don't feel like I'm quite ready for that yet. But I got 4 of these starships for starship captains.
Oh, that's awesome.
That Jamie Daggers printed and primed for me when I met her last January. I think it was January. There's a local con here in Michigan called GeekCon.
GeekCon.
Or Nerdfest. I'm sorry, Nerdfest.
Nerdfest. All right.
Nerdfest. And that was my very, very first con. And I heard about it while I was like lurking in Jamie Dagger's stream. And I'm like, Wixom, like Michigan? Like I'm only, not that far. So I found out about it. I had never been to a con like at all. Went by myself. It was kind of like, and like as a solo player, and like, what do you mean you could play games with other people? Like I don't understand this whole situation. So I did her like paint and take class. So technically that's the first time I painted. But yeah, she had brought these for me. And I figure if I really, really messed them up, I could beg her to like give me some more like at Origins or at Nerdfest next year.
That sounds great.
And maybe actually I'll just pay her to like, paint them for me if I really mess them up.
Nice. My wife has said that I now know what has been missing from from this channel. It's pink headphones, and now I know what I want Baron to buy me for Christmas.
So you can't see it, but because my lights are so bright, but they actually light up.
They do.
And you can program them to be different colors.
That's amazing. Well, at least now I know it. You have to send me a link as to where you get them so I can get them for my wife.
And the sides too. So, and if you're really smarter than me, I think you can get them to go along with audio, like music and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I can't figure that out. technically my light should do fun things too, but I never figured that out. And it's been a year and a half, so we're giving up on that mess.
Don't worry, a lot of stuff I have to give up on. Steve, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Ryan is
Hi,
here as
Steve.
well.
Hey,
And
Pickle.
Loquitur is painting Earthborn Rangers. I know, I watched a little bit of that. I don't know that. Actually, I think he has menus from a game that it doesn't actually have menus. So let's see what it's all about. But anyway, okay, so you're painting some starships, which is, I am not
Starship
painting
Captains.
Starship Captains. I am going to paint up these guys. I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to try the Tamashii. We'll see how it goes here. I'm going to try to paint some of that. Let's see. I can move your camera around if you need me to. Or are you good?
Whatever. I'll figure it
Whatever.
out. This is gonna be a really mess, and I'm just probably gonna talk the whole time anyway.
I
Because
totally
it's
get it.
me. Yeah. But one of the things that I am super excited to eventually paint when I paint Tamashii is, I don't know if it's Kate
Oh,
or
yeah.
Cat. And so
Yes.
I got these, again, it was a recommendation from Jamie Daggers. The huge miniatures fluorescent.
Oh,
So
wow.
I want to use the fluorescent. So like prime them the black. And then you brought up Turbo Dork.
Oh, yes. The Turbo Dork paints.
So I lost my freaking mind at my flags. I didn't buy all the Turbo Dork, but I bought a few.
That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, that's a good
So
selection you got there.
I want to paint, what's supposed to be like the black parts, one of like the shift paints, and I don't know which one because now I have too many options. And with like the neons, and I got so excited that I didn't realize I don't actually own like flesh tone paints.
That's okay. They're all in cloaks. You'll be fine. You don't have to worry about it. They're all
So
covered
that's
up
what I
anyway.
ordered. That's what I ordered yesterday.
That's pretty awesome. Steve says that he is watching this while he's browning hamburger in the movie Grease. What? There's a line in that says Grease is the world?
Word.
He says
Word.
he begs to differ. I splattered some grease on me and I said many words. None of them were nice.
Oh, you got to get like one of those splatter screens.
I don't even have
I
a
have
splatter
one.
screen, but it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I have it for like my cast iron because I'm in an apartment, so there's no real ventilation. I mean, it sucks all the air up in grease, but just throws it all over the rest of my apartment.
Right.
So I have like a little, and it's the size of my skillet. And then yeah, it blocks a lot of the splatter.
That's pretty awesome.
But I mean, grease is the word when you're actually talking about grease, but not okay. But oh man, now I want to start talking about my favorite like karaoke grease song.
I see. Canje says that you want to smash and destroy the like button. And also check the description of this video. I did put links to, I think, your YouTube channel, and then I think you have this thing called like Link Everywhere or something.
Oh, Linktree. Yeah.
I've never heard of this thing.
I have a Linktree that so it goes to all my socials, YouTube, Twitch, all of it. And it's in my business card as a QR code to my Linktree.
Yeah.
Did I just blow your mind?
Well, I'm lucky if I have a business card that has my name on it, let alone like any QR codes or anything else.
Oh, if I had my bag in here, I'd show. Yeah, so the one side it's like a square business card, and the one side has my logo, like the JenCamPlaysBoardGames, board games, and then on the other side is just a QR code.
That's
and
fantastic.
If you had decided that I was cool enough to hang out with at Gen Con, you could have gotten one.
I see. Well, as well, you should have found me. It'd been awesome. This is the only thing I've got.
It's totally my fault.
Beat me at the table card, and then I had one of these things made up that's I'm Baron Titler, the lore master or something, and I guess I got like great lore and stuff.
Awesome.
But I don't know. QR codes kind of work a little bit better. That's for sure.
Oh, I love that though. Yours is fun. I do have Derek's business card from Gen Con.
I see. I do not have his business card. But
it is 100% my fault. I did not get to meet you all at Gen Con though.
Right, you have failed.
Yeah, I totally failed. Derek was trying to get me to like come play games, and I think I literally at one point went 24 hours without eating. So
That's bonkers.
yeah,
Beerman.
I was feeding kiddo. But
Feeding
yeah,
kiddo.
it was
Love it. Well, Beerman is here. Beerman,
um
good to see you. Withdrawals are nearly killing me. Glad you're back. I'm glad I'm back too. It's been a while since I've done a painting video.
oh
Here, what does Steve say? Steve says some of them were usually the word grease was preceded by the other swear words. That's right.
oh my gosh. You know what? I am gonna actually maybe switch back to my other screen for
Ryan
I'm
says
gonna
I
just
have
hold up
to.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, Ryan says I have to get professional. You gotta get professional. You have failed. I'm like, okay, great. I failed. All right.
Oh,
Let's see here. I see. The thing is, so the way I try to do things, I don't know if you do this, but let's see if I can find my buttons. I have buttons. Literally, I'm very bad at pressing them, but I try to make it look like kind of what they do. And these, I think, are the starting characters this game. So we're gonna see if that's the deal.
yeah, that one's definitely the
so easier.
yeah, I think they're both the two bodies.
Yeah. So we're gonna
starting
do.
bodies.
That's the hard part about this. I'm afraid that I'm gonna paint this, and then like two like turns into it's like, oh, I jumped into this other body that's this super gray miniature because I don't have it painted. I'm not
The
gonna
hacker body. I want the hacker body.
The
I want the
hacker
hacker body in real life too, though, too. So there's that situation.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not even doing anything yet, so I don't know what we're doing.
I'm gonna make you paint. That's what I'm gonna make you do.
Well, so we're gonna try this thing called dry brushing.
I love it.
I watched some YouTube videos today.
That's fantastic. That's how I learned how to paint. I learned all my painting. I learned from YouTube, man.
I legitimately have no idea what I'm doing. So right now we're just we're just I don't have like a textured palette, so I'm just using like random things from around the house.
Don't worry.
And we're
This
gonna see
is
if
my palette. It's just a thing that puts little paints in here. You're gonna watch.
Oh, I have those.
Yeah,
I got
that's
them
all
on
I use.
Amazon.
There's nothing that you. That's all you need.
Like that huge, like you get like a whole
Yeah.
like stack of them.
A whole stack of them.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else. You don't need anything
That
else.
was great for doing my the Shadows of Brimstone stuff.
Oh yes. Don't think you need like magic things.
I love magic things.
So are there any painting methods you're doing?
Believe in
Yeah, you know, we're gonna do some
magic?
painting methods. We're gonna do some painting methods here. I'm gonna for those of you that don't
Oh,
that
I
are
pushed
new
way
here,
too hard.
there are so many videos. Yes, there are so many videos, it's true. So my technique is I use slop and drop technique. That's my painting technique. What that means I slap the paint on and I drop the miniature on the table and I play the games. That's
Oh my
painting
gosh,
technique.
so I was watching the stream when your son didn't realize that you did not need to pour
Oh
like
my gosh.
all the
You saw that
contrast.
one, huh?
Yeah. I
just about wanted to die, didn't
like
you?
no joke. I was like like
Yep, that was about what I was thinking too when that happened. I was like, oh, we just poured out $8 worth of paint onto the thing. That's amazing. I was just like, oh, we're not gonna do that. Let's just from the pot. From the pot.
yeah.
That's the best.
Your ability to stay calm was very impressive. I probably would have had to be like be right back screen.
Be right back, screen.
Yeah, we would. That would have been like a where is my stream deck?
That's right. That's right. Oh, see, I've had many of those moments. I've had one right here. This is where we lost some more red. That was pretty good one. Right on stream. So yeah, I'm actually gonna paint my entire thing with these turbo dorks because I'm pretty excited for the way these are supposed to be kind of neon type things. So
yeah.
So we're gonna see what we can do here. We're just gonna kind of paint some of this stuff on here. We're gonna do different colors. They're neon dudes. They're pretty excited about this. But the cool
Well, that was the
with
thing
these
I
turbo
wanted to
dorks-
see. Like because I didn't know about Turbo Dork.
Yeah.
And you were talking about it. I'm like, okay. So I also that's the other reason why I didn't want to start doing my Tamashii until like I really kind of got to see like
you are gonna see it in action.
I know.
Yes.
Which one are you using right now?
This one's called hemoglobin. So blood, I guess you could say.
Ooh,
Kind of a
that's
reddish
pretty.
thing. Dan is here. Dan, good to see you. I think Barrett needs headphones with cute little devil horns. Dan, all right, I'll work on it. We'll see what happens.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Oh, that
Oh,
would be so cool for Halloween.
oh, and Steve says that that needs to happen. That's something else. Yes,
I
Brian
have to
says that
remember
was
to pay
definitely a learning
attention.
experience when your kid jumped it all out. Yes, it did. He says he would have put up that we're having we're experiencing technical difficulties. Yeah,
Oh my
afterwards
gosh.
it was funny because afterwards he's like, "Dad, I didn't know that was going to happen." I'm like, "It's okay. It's
It's
totally fine.
okay.
We'll get more paint someday. It's not the end of the world." Now, the
Right.
one
Well,
thing
I
I will
love
say,
that they paint with you.
yes, he does. He likes to paint his Dungeons and Dragons miniatures like that. And he uses them in his D&D campaigns and all that he does.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they have a little D&D group they have at school that they are really excited that he runs like the he's doing a starter adventure, The Lost Minds of Pandelver, which is a good starter adventure for some of the kids.
That's super cool. I think
Yeah.
they have one at my kiddo's school.
Okay.
But because I was looking at like all the things, and one day, because he just started high school this year, and he comes home and he's like, I think I want to join a club, and here I am hoping it's like the board gaming club,
Sure.
and no, it's not.
No,
I'm like, oh,
it's
it's the
never the
club
club
that's
you
like
want.
costs the $2,000 trip to DC one. Like,
Oh,
oh
sure.
well,
That's great.
glad you have a job.
Yeah. It's funny because when I was talking about my son, I decided that my son is either going to be the coolest kid in school or the dorkiest kid in school. It was up to him. In other words, if he rebelled against everything I do, he is going to be the coolest kid in school. And if he embraced everything I do, he's going to be the dorkiest kid in school. He went
You
the
know what though? I
dorky
kind of
route.
feel like you could be
And it's-
both. I really
In
feel
this day and
like
age, you actually can.
nerdom is
In this
in.
day and age, you can.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was kind of funny. I was watching something. I don't remember what I was watching, but started talking about how like that has evolved over time. Like how it used to be
Yeah.
like this like thing that wasn't cool, but then people started realizing that the dorky kids are actually the cool kids because they get to do all the cool stuff and they make all the cool things and everything they do is
Right.
cool.
Performing arts at my school was like the thing. Like
Nice.
that was better than like athletes. And I'm proud of myself. Like this does not look like total garbage.
No, I think you're working out. I like how it's going.
Yeah, let's go. Let's paint all the time.
I love
Let's
it.
not go to school anymore.
Sure,
Let's
professional
just
painters.
paint.
Here we go. We're gonna do some
Yeah.
slop and drop on the table here. Now this is a cool color. This one's called what's this one called? So this one's called Let Them Eat Cake. Is the name of this one. And the cool
Oh
thing
wait.
about it is you have that one, I'm sure, because it's one of their best ones. It does say shake well before use. Make sure the tip is clear and must
Don't.
be applied over a black undercoat. Then it says takes 3 to 5 thin layers of airbrush or a hand brush. Eh, you know, that's kind of true, but we'll see how it goes. Board game
Have you
officer.
airbrushed these at all? The
No,
Turbo Dorks?
I will
No?
not throw turbo dorks from my airbrush. I'll probably destroy it. Uh, Hello all. What are we painting tonight? I am painting Tamashii, and JenCamPlaysBoardGames is with me, and she is painting. What is it? Starship.
The Starship Captain's 3D printed miniatures, which are free. The STL files are free, I believe. I did not print these. They were a gift from Jamie Daggers to help me get started on my painting journey.
Love it. I played that game. I played that with Colin and a couple friends. We have every year we do a the four of us get together for a guys game day, and so we have a weekend
Nice.
gaming, and that was one of the games we played. That's the one where you have like the different stars, like things. You go on the missions, you go around the board and do the missions and things. Is that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we played that one. Pretty good. It was right after Ark Nova, so we had already played a huge, giant,
Oh,
heavy game that was out of control.
I recently got Ark Nova, but I have not played it yet.
I have played it 4 times, 3 times. I've always come in second place.
Oh yeah.
Like, come
I,
on, I want one win.
I had a chance to learn it at a local board game meetup,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like one of those days we had like crazy snow the night before, and then overnight the temperatures rose, and so everything was flooding. Like I couldn't even get to my car in
Ooh,
my parking lot. It was a mess. Like all the streets were complete slush and flooded. And by the time I finally got there, I was supposed to play Wayfarers of the South Tigris. but they ended up starting without me.
Oh.
And I only was coming for like that, maybe like hour and a half, 2 hours to play. And then they're like, hey, do you want to play Arc Nova
It only
as
takes
a
4
4?
hours.
And I'm like, I'm so glad to be here, Steve. Thank you. I hadn't eaten yet. And I'm like, I can't be here for another 4 hours. I've already been here for like, long enough. So, but I do have it. I just bought it. I got it not too long ago, but I have not unboxed it yet. I'm waiting for the Marine
Sure. The expansion.
expansion.
Yep.
Yeah. Because hubby really likes like marine life and aquariums and things. I really also can't really imagine trying to teach him it, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I tend to get a little overzealous when forgetting that
That'll be awesome.
that not everybody plays as many games as I do throughout a year.
Well, I have played the aquarium stuff. That was the last time I played was last weekend, and he actually used the aquarium stuff. Pretty cool.
Nice.
It had this like tidal flow mechanic where like it would allow more cards to keep coming out of the like main river area or something. Whatever you call that part where you have those cards in the middle that you can pull from.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that they had that kind of concept going on. At least I thought.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how that goes in real life. We didn't really see too many of them because it didn't. Ground is lost. That would be perfect.
There's so many cards.
Yeah,
like, there's
that's the
so many
problem.
cards.
Hundreds of cards.
Yeah. I think it's possible to have too much stuff, which is really odd. Unless it's board games. You can never have too many board games. You can have too much stuff in a board game.
Yeah, I think eventually you do actually have. I think that's one of the problems I have with Arc Nova. I love the game a ton. I think it's a fun game. It's sadly like Colin has also kind of agreed. We've talked about this. It kind of sticks around too long. We kind of wish there was a way for it to. I kind of want to wish that the upgraded cards were the cards you started with, and the cards you then could upgrade to something else. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. Janet, so good to know because I knew there was the Arno variant. And so I was kind of curious to see like how the game is, but it seems like everybody prefers the Arno variant. So it was definitely one of the ones I was going to try. I also have not been keeping up with chat, so my bad, y'all.
Oh no, that's okay. I got it for you. Don't worry. Steve's the only thing we missed. We missed Steve. Steve jumped in. You said hi to him.
Yeah.
Don't tell Steve that my chat's broke. He'll go, what? But we worked on it all night last night.
Oh.
That's what happens.
Is it streaming fun?
It is. It's awesome. Michael, good to have you here.
It is.
Awesome to see you. He says, helps you churn through the deck and gives you better upgrade cards. Yes, the Marine Worlds does that. Yes, exactly what I was trying to say. He said it's so much better than I did. I basically just had words come out of my mouth, and I didn't know if they actually even connected.
Oh my
His words connected. They actually made a thought.
when it all makes sense, right?
Right.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot, though, Barrett. So
now the interesting thing about these turbo dorks, you ever get to using them when you do, they actually are almost like you're painting with a glue, almost.
With the glue?
Yeah, kind of, because it's like you get the glitter stuff in there and everything. It almost sometimes feels like you're painting with glue.
Okay.
A little weird. But I also
do you thin it out a little, or just go?
No, we slop and drop the stuff on the table. Where's those?
Get it done.
That's right. I'm gonna say that he's got red pants, but super cool, sparkly red.
Oh, you probably wouldn't be able to see it, but I have to tell you because I wouldn't tell you the other day because I said I'll tell you later.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty new to the board game hobby. I started during COVID, so 2020. But hubby and I were both essential workers, so we still left the house. But I was like, what would be great is we should start playing board games. And I got really excited about this. I'm not sure everybody else got really excited about this in the household. But obviously, when you start, in the hobby, go on YouTube and you start seeing what everybody's playing, what everybody's talking about, kind of get an idea before you know what you like. And I saw One Stop Co-op Shop,
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping Gods.
Oh yeah.
And you were both playing at the same time, but not knowing what each other were doing and kind of like doing the race for totems or
Yes.
whatever. And it was so fun to like watch both of those.
That
And
was
that is
super fun.
how I found your channel. Sleeping Gods is my favorite game.
Oh, nice. It's an amazing game.
Can't see it, but it's right there. And I'm super excited that Distant Skies is shipping.
Yes, that's coming. Colin and I are planning to do something similar to what we did last. So the way that all transpired is we actually took 2 days off of work and we played the whole game together in 2 days, sitting. Just sat, boom, go, right? And then after that, we played it once just like that. And then we said, you know what? We got to film this. And we both have a copy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to film mine and not tell you what happens. I'm going to film your, but of course we're posting them, so we couldn't watch each other's playthrough.
Yeah.
So of course, and then of course when we're all done and everything, both of us had finished their thing. Colin messages me on it. We use Marco Polo a lot. He messages like, dude, did you do anything cool? I'm like, dude, I stayed on one whole like page for like 4 videos because it was so cool. He's like, which page did you stay on? I told him. He's like, oh my gosh, gotta watch your video and see what you did. So yeah, so it was kind of neat that we actually did. We didn't talk to each other, and we actually did go completely in opposite directions, like 100%.
And that was kind of what sold me on the game.
Yeah, and we didn't really do the starter stuff because we had played through that already. So we wanted to go. So we just instantly took off from that main first part. Just went. It was pretty cool.
It's honestly what pretty much sold me on the game, because like seeing how both games played out so differently, and then knowing that there were so many other things you could have done and seen, and all of it. Honestly, it was seeing both of them and seeing how much there really was in the game, that I don't even know how many times you'd have to play it to see everything.
That's the cool thing.
Yeah, I was sold. I was totally sold.
The only thing I'm not sold on is the interludes where you lose all the cards and all that stuff. Yeah, you know what? Hard. We don't even do it anymore. We don't even play the interludes. We just like, okay, just lose all this stuff, start again. I mean, what's the point of? It's the same thing. Like every time you play it, that part's the same. So it's more of the exploring all the areas that's more fun.
I now start it with like the easy mode where you start with 20 experience.
Oh.
So I can just get the cards, so I don't have to keep doing like all the like lower level easier things. So I can just skip that and then just go. Nice.
Totally get it. Ortiz Lotro. I apologize if I say your name wrong. I usually always do. What are you guys both painting? Is it Tamashii? I'm painting Tamashii. Jen is painting Starship Captain's downloadable, printable miniatures that look absolutely awesome.
These are the ones that come with the game. And so we're going to try some huge miniature fluorescents.
Love it.
And see if we can make things happen.
I think this would be great.
We'll see. We'll see.
Thomas Clark, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Awesome to have you here. I started getting into board games around the same time by backing the Bloodborne board game. Well, you chose a good game to back, that's for sure. I have that game. That game is awesome. See here. I watched some Sleeping Gods on One Stop Co-op Shop. That's awesome, Ortiz. I'm glad you did. That's it. It's super fun. Fun.
It's such a fun game. And that is fluorescent.
Nice.
Okay.
Now I'm waiting for, what am I waiting for? Seventh Citadel. That's my next one I'm waiting.
Oh my gosh, is that ever going to ship?
Oh yeah, I have full faith in Serious Pulp. It took them forever, but they got me both 7 continents, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure it will. I'm just wondering, like, in my lifetime.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Well, so that was one of the ones that I think that crowdfunding campaign ended before I even started.
Oh.
In the hobby, or like before I really knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed out on that, but I played Seventh Continent. So I'm excited for everybody to get Seventh Citadel. So maybe I can get it at retail and see how it is.
Yeah, I've got Seventh Continent back there. It's one of the games I won't give up. It has made my top 10 list quite a bit. I haven't played it in a while though.
So the
I like
Turbo
it.
Shift Turbo Dork, it definitely I thought it was gonna be more translucent.
No, it is really a straight up like lots of like just pow bang in your face
Wow.
stuff. Really cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, it is.
They're also really good like you have there, really good for spaceships.
Yeah. Maybe I should have done that. Now I feel like a loser.
No, you're not a loser. You know what? Oh, you just got to abide by the rules. You know, you slop and drop, and some of the rules for painting are one, my painting technique is slop and drop. Two, one of the other rules of painting is paint on, move on. Once you got paint on miniature, move on to the next one. Don't critique yourself and go, oh, I got to go back and do that again. No, you got. If you're like me, you got
Don't
so
think
many.
too hard about it.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it. You got so many other miniatures that don't have paint on them. Just put some more paint on something else, and you'll always learn.
Right?
You always learn as you go. I mean, I've also learned that. I mean, all of a sudden I'll see something on YouTube and be like, oh, I got to try that, and then I'll try it and be like, oh, that was absolutely terrible, or oh, that worked out really well. I mean, you never know what's going to work and what's not, but it'll always be okay. And then, of course, the last rule is, when in doubt, use gold.
Use gold?
Yeah, that's another rule of mine. You're not sure what to put on? Probably gold was the right idea.
Fair enough.
Gold never hurts anything. So yeah, I'm gonna. He's got a little shiny happy cape here. I'm gonna actually dry brush something onto that cape. I don't like it just being that dark. We're gonna do something about that. But I got a
Have
plan.
you gotten to play Tamashii yet?
Not yet. I want to get these painted first.
Same.
I have to admit, I am guardedly optimistic about the game.
Guardedly optimistic. Why
I'm really hoping that it's going to be awesome, but I am also thinking it might not, because if you don't know anything, I'm quite a campaign type person when it comes to playing games, especially solo games. I like to do campaign solo games. And I know this one really isn't a campaign, but it also, I think it's cool because it unlocks cards and places you can go to as you play through the mission. So in theory, it kind of does give you that progression system, I think. I could also be
Yeah.
totally wrong, though. We'll see how it goes. Liquefied Pork says he's loving the sage advice. I'm glad you like the sage advice. That's great. That's great. Steve, thank you so much. He says, so do you mean you dropped Mini on the game table or dropped on the floor? Well, probably both for me. Both for me. Both for me.
I
That's
don't
how
think
it
I'm
goes.
doing this right. That's okay.
It'll be totally fine.
If they're garbage, I still have the standees.
Yep. Yep. There you go. But like I always say, more paint on them is better. And you know what? Another thing I've also noticed as I'm painting is a lot of times I sit there and go, oh my gosh, these things are absolutely terrible. And as I keep going, I'll be like, okay, actually, nope, it's getting a little bit better. Things are looking up in this world. Eventually, it's okay.
Kind of like makeup. It always looks worse before it gets better.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not sure how much experience you have with that, but
not very much, but no, it's so good. See what I got here. I need metal. I got plate mail metal. Sure, we'll do that. I thought. What did you say? I thought it was knock over the whole bottle. Yep, that I have a solution to that now. This is my handy paint holder now. I use. This holds all my.
that's nice.
Yep, it's so when I use my contrast paints, I can stick them in here instead of all over my table like I did the Blood Angels Red. I got this from Ryan from Meeple Marathon. He has a channel called Meeple Marathon. He saw me actually spill the red there, and he felt so bad for me. He's like, I got this thing that his son and his dad made this in the garage one day.
Oh wow!
He said, I'm going to ship it to you. I go, okay. He says, you'll never have to worry about spilled paint again. I'm like, awesome. Yes,
That's
please.
awesome.
So super nice of him.
Especially handmade. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, now my hands are silver. That's awesome. I need new silver really badly. My silvers are out of control. Plate mail metal. There we go. That's enough. Little dab will do you. I had to teach my son that. Okay. Because I'm looking at this guy, and I think he's got like this looks almost robotic arm. I'm guessing he's got a robotic leg.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna paint him silver here. Silver on there.
I did watch, oh gosh, now I can't remember who. I watched a playthrough of Tamashii earlier today.
Oh,
Maybe Totally Tabled?
okay. I'll have to
Totally
check that out.
Tabled. Canje.
He does
I'm
a
like
good job.
excited to I'm excited to try it.
I'm excited to give it a shot myself. Like I said, look guardedly optimistic about it, though. We'll see how it all transpires.
But I'm also like, I think right now I'm also been playing like a lot of just like light, easy to table games because like midterms was
Yes.
that whole situation was, which by the way I rocked.
Nice.
I kicked those midterms
Butts.
behind.
Awesome. Love it.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I never was
This
afraid
is,
of tests until I became a nurse. That was when I started.
oh my gosh, you guys like the testing for nursing is like crazy. I mean, as it should be, but
Yeah.
and
Uh,
then people just don't have enough appreciation for nursing.
well, thank you.
That was, like especially being clerical and just kind of seeing, how things really play out in a hospital, you know?
We're kind of
Yeah.
like the patient's right hand man,
Yup.
right hand person.
Nurses know their patients a heck of a lot better than the people that make a lot more money.
Yep. But
I said it.
they do their jobs too quite well. Let's see here. Who's this? Board Game Maelstrom.
Oh my god,
What's
this
up,
is
Baron?
funny.
What you painting? Board Game Maelstrom. Good to have you here. We are painting. I'm painting Tamashii. Tamashii? I'm probably saying that totally wrong. And Jen from JenCamPlaysBoardGames is painting up some starships. Pretty awesome.
I'm doing something.
It's fantastic. Look at that thing. It looks awesome. What are you talking about?
That's because you can't see it up close.
You're always your own critic. That's for sure. That's 100% for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is awesome to have Jen here. If anybody's interested, please go check out the link in my description. All her links, her million links, are in there.
My link tree. But I am doing I'm kind of more switching to YouTube
Okay.
now from
Because you did
Twitch.
Twitch quite a bit. That was kind of the starting deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But with school and soon student teaching, schedules just don't, like streaming, like you just really have to kind of be like hats off to people that stream full time because you
Yes.
really like have jobs and families. Derek, talking to you, dude. Like
He's always streaming.
hats off. I know. Like I saw like all of like when I was looking up through my subscriptions today, I saw like all like upcoming streams.
Yeah.
And it's Canje.
Candy.
And I'm like, do you sleep?
If you haven't noticed, I usually don't even put the stuff up until like the day before because I'm like, I don't even know if it's gonna happen because I might not want to. Something might come up like I was because both, especially since I stream with Colin all the time. So
Yeah.
because of that, we both have families, we got kids. Like there'll be times where all of a sudden mess me like,
Yeah.
dude, I can't do it tomorrow. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't put it up then, or else
I
something will
know,
happen to me too.
same. I know, same. And like on Twitch, because I mean, obviously on Twitch, I mean, I have Prime, so like my VODs stay up for 3 months, I
Mm-hmm.
think. But for Twitch, you have to be like consistent. People have to know like you stream every Tuesday,
Yeah.
Thursday at this. Like, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Like and now my son's now 15. We have swim season starting
Nice.
in a couple weeks, so I'm just taxi mom soon.
There you go.
Just
Yep.
glorified Uber. So yeah, but I really like doing. I still stream. I stream on for Tabletop Live Network
Okay.
on Twitch. I got to do the pre-show for the Raid-a-thon.
Yes.
If you've not
In your ghostly
don't
attire.
Yes, oh wait, I still have my hatchet somewhere. Oh, it's over there. But and I think now YouTube you can raid, but on
Yes.
Twitch it's like when your stream ends, you send everybody over on to like the next one, and we do that for 12 hours over the course of 2 days. And that's Tabletop Live Network, but I'm also part of Tabletop After Dark, which is the less family friendly.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, where I can say all the words, but I
Nice.
can't say all the words because I'm going to be a teacher and they'll fire you.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
So I
worry,
can't say
you'll
all
get,
the words.
and then you get to do the mandatory reporting. Lots of fun.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah. But it's a lot of fun because it also has, if you, it's still, some of the streams are still family friendly and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
they kind of have like the best of both worlds for that. But so
Nice.
I do still stream for those. I do still stream for those.
That's pretty awesome.
Um, yeah, unless they're the same weekend, because then it's like no, it's like being it's like child of flashbacks of having divorced parents. Like, which parent do you love more?
That's awesome. So that's pretty amazing way of thinking about
Yeah, like oh gosh, like I was so worried that at Gen Con like events would be at the same time, and they kind of were
it.
actually.
Yep.
I'm like no.
Well, that's okay. I still yell at Canje for. I told him the one thing I want to do is walk around the hall with you. That'd be awesome. I can hardly wait. I like texted him like 4 different times, and every time I was like, "Oh, now I'm over here. Now I'm over here." So I walk back to the table where Colin and Steve were, and I'm like, "I give up. I give up. I will see him later."
Board game officer, no, because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. So I dry brushed them first because I wasn't thinking.
I think it's great.
So now I'm trying to just paint over all this dry brush silver. Um, but I am used to doing like Zenithal.
Oh,
Like I
sure.
have all of the Army Painter 2.0, like all of them.
Nice.
So I think that's just what my brain reverted to, and this is also why we're painting something that I don't really care if I totally mess up, and not
That's
Tamashii.
a great plan. It's good to practice on something. What's board game maelstrom? We finishing. I've been finishing my Massive Darkness 2 core box. Oh, that must. Wow, that's a lot of miniatures.
Wow, how long is
Lots of
that taking
miniatures.
you?
I would go with years. I'm kidding. It hasn't been out that long.
I was like, I don't think it's been out that long.
What's T. Clark say? My first rule for painting is if you like it, it's a job well done. There's very little sense of regretting not doing something that you know that you may not have. Here, what's here? Da, 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 what I do here? Have liked as much as what you did. That's true. If you can tell, I'm really good at reading. I have such great reading. All right, here he's got
These
some.
colors are not going on as smoothly as I would like.
The Turbo Dorks are actually notorious for not going on as like you want them to.
Yeah, I might stick with speed
They
paints for a little
and they
while.
actually go really well over metal sometimes too, which is kind of neat. I want some more
Ooh, that's
hemoglobin,
nice.
and it does say you do need to put like 3 or 4 coats over them sometimes, which I sometimes don't do. Okay, whatever.
You're like, I'm good. Moving on.
Yeah, there's so many good painters in this world, and there's me. So we just put the paint on.
Yeah, and then there's me, like levels below.
I think you're doing great. Life is glorious.
Well, it's fun. That's the point.
Exactly, and it's a nice. And I also enjoy the hobby because it's nice and relaxing. I sit back here and watch YouTube videos or hang out and chat with people. It's good fun. I figure out what I'm going to put his which shirt.
Well, while I was painting my Shadows of Brimstone Gates of Valhalla, guess what I was watching while I was painting?
What?
I may have been watching somebody's super awesome playthrough of Forbidden Fortress.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's such a fun game. It's a fun game. That's a fun game.
Like the week I painted it all over the course of a weekend, and I
Wow.
just like binge watched all of your Forbidden Fortress.
Well, that's that. Thank you. That was that. It was super fun, and it's sad because those are the kind of the games I need to get back to, and I just never can seem to do it. I need to get back to it, and I
Yeah,
don't seem to do it. That's my problem.
it's I it's something I know I need to start and get, but it's like one of those ones that I'm like I once I get it set up, I want to have it set up. But this is also where I do homework.
Right.
So I have like my game mat over here. This is my old, whatever. So I don't care if I get paint on it. But then it's also kind of like where I do homework. So I just can't wait for the semester to be over.
Nice.
It's my last one. My last one I have like
Last.
real classes. Yeah. After this, assuming I pass,
You will.
after this I only have student teaching.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, what state do you live in?
I'm in Michigan.
Oh, okay, so you don't need it. Because I was going to say, my wife, you could student teach my wife's school. She would love it.
Oh my
But
gosh.
no, that's in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a little, so that's a little rough of a commute, especially in January, February.
So bad.
Oh my gosh, it got so cold here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Like winter just showed up. I mean, it does every Halloween, but that's not the point.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
I'm surprised and not surprised and hate it every year.
Surprised and not surprised and hate it. See, I don't mind the cold because I hate bugs, so it kills all the bugs.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
I mean, my allergies at least get better,
Yes.
but I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh, it's worth it. 100%.
I don't know. I gotta take a Zyrtec.
I'm addicted to Zyrtec. Love it.
Although I get really happy when they stop like mowing the lawn outside my apartment.
Oh, sure.
Like when they go away finally and don't come back till it snows. And I'm like, ah, thank God. Yeah, my allergies are fun year round.
That says Shadows of Brimstone has to be one of the greatest games I've come across. It is super
Which
good.
set do you like the best, Lance?
See, so I haven't had a chance to play Valhalla yet, but I of course like Shadows of Brimstone, the Forbidden Fortress, just because I like the theme it's in.
Yeah, I want Forbidden Fortress and I want but I want that the what's the other world for it inside the belly of the
Oh
beast. The
yeah,
belly
yeah,
of the
Belly
beast
of the
is like
Beast.
gross. I don't want to do. No, no, no. There's like no, that one's gross. I don't want to play Belly of the Beast. But there's the other one, like a deluxe expansion thing for like a. It's not like the same swamp as the other ones, but
Oh yes, yes, yes. There's two of them. There's the Forbidden Fortress. Which one's this one? This is the what is it? There's oh my gosh. There's one deluxe expansion here. I'm staring right at them. One is the Forest of the Dead.
yes, I want that one.
That one actually has some really cool adventures because it's almost like dungeon crawling because they actually have the map out and you kind of move around the map instead of just drawing the cards. Kind of interesting.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm more interested in that other world than Belly of the Beast. Belly of the Beast is like that's a little too much for me. Like I already like got an A in anatomy and physiology. I'm good.
that's awesome. Maelstrom says over two separate sessions, quite a while. This is about painting the what do you call it? The core darkness one.
Yeah.
Deciding on what colors to make everything. I just have Archangel Michael and the Octopus Lady left. So apparently, who's the one from Little Mermaid? Ursula.
Oh. Oh, don't make me sing.
Oh, ah.
I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They were kidding when they called me well a witch. I love singing that. I love singing Little Mermaid. It's Part of Your World is one of my signature karaoke songs.
Nice. I haven't karaokeed in years. But I don't karaoke. I've got Rock Band. I just play that.
Nice.
And I've got my
Come
two
to Michigan. We'll go to
microphones.
karaoke.
There you go. There you go. That'd be awesome. Greg,
Get
nice
some
to
cooking
have
gods
you.
into karaoke.
Thanks for joining, Greg. Awesome to have you. I haven't karaoke in a while. I did used to sing in my band though, so I can actually sing half the time.
Nice.
Yes, all the music you hear on Meet Me at the Table is all done by my band, Action versus Action. Link to it in the description of the video. Actually,
Well, no, actually, what we got to do is next year at Gen Con, we have to find karaoke.
oh yeah, okay, good. That'll be fantastic. I can hardly wait
Yeah.
for Derek and Colin and everybody to laugh at us doing that one. That'd be great.
Whatever. I'm going to kick butt.
Steve says, "Poor Unfortunate Souls, fantastic song."
It is. It is. But it's not my favorite Disney villain song. The one from Hunchback is my favorite villain song.
I don't remember that one. It's been a long time.
Oh gosh. Now I can't. Now I have "Be Prepared" though stuck in my head, so that's a bad thing.
That one's awesome. That's Scar. That's amazing.
Scar, yeah, Scar. Scar's my second favorite.
Nice. We're going to the Lion King the musical this year, my wife and I.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous.
We got season tickets to the musicals here in Minnesota. So we're from like the Broadway ones that travel around, so we get to go see.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm gonna come hang out with you guys after I'm done with my commit to teach.
There you go. There you go.
Michigan gives out free money, like a lot of free money, if you agree to stay in Michigan and teach.
That's great.
Yes, but now
Minnesota takes your money. We got pretty high taxes here.
So I got like a lot of grants for school. But
nice.
Yeah, if you end up not teaching for that however many years, depending upon how much, money, then it turns into a loan.
Then they take it from you. Yeah, they want you to pay it back.
Yeah. And it's not so free.
Not so free. How it goes. What's Steve
saying? I like the free aspect.
The intro to Hunchback of Notre Dame is the best, he says.
It gave me chills. The first time I saw it, I remember I was at the theater with my friends, and yeah, that end when he just hits those notes, like at the end, I literally had like goosebumps.
Nice.
At the theater.
I have to watch it again. Wow. My kids are a lot older now, 11 and 13. We're into like we're watching Loki season 2 right now and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, nothing wrong with that either, but sometimes you need to go back and appreciate those classics.
Lance, you can hear it in the background. That's awesome. My favorite is you said, "Oh, and I gotta shut that door. You're gonna hear my washing machine or dryer or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna hear my sub pump go off like every 10 minutes." Oh. So Lance says, "Hail the sub pump." Yep, sub pump's in effect.
I don't hear it.
Nope, not now. Don't worry, it'll kick on. You'll hear it eventually.
Just wait.
I try to drown it out by talking a lot of times, but it's.
I was like, maybe I can't hear it from my talking.
Is that a real leg back here? Is he actually walking on a real leg? He does. Okay, so he actually has real, like... Okay,
legs beside the arm?
I guess so. So I gotta paint some kind of real color on him.
So are there 2 of those minis?
Yes, this is the guy, I think.
But is there 2 of them? Because if there's 4 players? Okay.
Yes, there is. There's 2. I'm only painting up 2. I'm only painting these 2 because I'll probably play 2-player. 2-handed. That's my plan. I'm going to probably do the intro to learn the game, but then play it different. I think that's what Mike from the One Stop did that too.
Oh shit! Oops, sorry. I painted these differently than the other one.
Okay, it'll be the commander's ship.
Oh well, no, we're fixing it. Oh no, I was apologizing for swearing.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried.
My bad.
Don't worry, this is not suitable for children.
Well, I can't swear for TLN, so
right. I
really have to be on my best. And actually, even for TTAD, I kind of got the idea that, or they kind of got people started getting this idea that I'm just very Disney princess. I don't know why, because
you don't sing Disney songs, no.
No, and I don't. Oh my gosh, even my I don't dress up as Disney characters on streams, even if they are, kill their husbands. I don't do those things. Yeah, so people were really, really shocked when they found out that I talk like a sailor off stream.
I totally get that. We actually have a running joke with one of our friends because he doesn't swear very often. It's Colin. Colin doesn't swear very often. Also, whenever one of our friends swears, the joke is he'll swear and then go, "Sorry, Colin. Sorry, Colin. Sorry, Colin." So he says all the time. Matthew, good to see you. He says, "Hi, folks. Good to see you. What about man-childs? Is that okay?" What? What are you talking about, Matthew? Man-childs. What is he talking about?
I was I'm sure Derek can definitely confirm my flagrant use of the language.
Love it.
I did almost call a student. I almost told him to not be an a-hole one day.
Oh, that's
He
good.
wasn't. Yeah, well, he wasn't in my class, and he kept disrupting my class. Like he would just walk through the room
Oh, sure.
and like mess with another student that was in there. And then one day he comes over and he was like comes into the room and he's like, "Oh, can I have this?" And he goes to just like take the box of Kleenex. And I'm like, "No." And he said something and I'm like, "Well, it's not mine. Like that's, whoever the teacher." I was like, "No, it doesn't belong to me. You can't just take it."
No.
And at that point he was like, "Oh, whatever." And then so he does something and then he starts like just flicking my lights off and like turning the light off. And I like at that point I'm walking towards him. I'm like, "Hey, stop being a jerk," or something like that. And literally the next day was senior last day and we had a clap out. And then I saw him leaving and I was like, "Yes, you go.
You go.
Congratulations.
Good work.
Get the out of here." So I'm gonna be an amazing teacher.
You will. You'll be fantastic. You'll be perfect. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a child walk out of school.
You know, my wife has told me many stories that sound very similar to yours for the
I
last 10 years, 12 years. How long have I been married? 15 years. 15 years.
Oh my gosh. I hats off to her. Like she's amazing because ooh, this is a different brand of paint and I like how this is going. This is what I
Oh,
thought
as you said, no
the
children.
other one
Oh,
was gonna
gotcha.
do.
Oh, Loquitur Gaming is here. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, so I got a story for you. Ready? Okay, this is gonna be absolutely amazing. Okay, so when I was telling Derek, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have Jen on." He's like, "Jen, yeah, from Jen Can Play Board Games." Oh, Jen, what? I go, "Jen can play board games. She's gonna join my. She's gonna come out and do painting with me." It's like, "Jen Cam play board games." Oh, really? It's like I am terrible at names, horrible. And so Loquitur, when I first started seeing, I saw his name come, I'm like, look, Loquitus Gaming? Is that what this is? Loquitus Gaming? And so, and he messaged me later, goes, "I so wish I met you before that I named my channel Loquitus Gaming." It'd be awesome because I could say, like, not subscribing is futile. You have to, because Loquitur a Borg or something. And I'd say, yeah,
There's not enough Borg references in the world.
no, I was so bad at names that like but eventually I figured out what his name was and what it meant, and I was like, oh,
Oh
okay, that
my
makes
gosh.
way more sense than the cutest of gaming. That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. So I'm learning a thing about painting. This
Thing.
is a different brand,
Okay.
and this is actually applying. You know what? It helps if you can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
This is actually going on, like applying as smoothly as I hoped this would.
Yes.
This is not. Look at that.
That's
Well,
not.
actually, thank you to my lights. It's like
Sure.
super. Yeah, this is nice and smooth. This is what I thought those three would do.
I see. They fooled you.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I love the color, but
Nice.
clearly I need to figure out the right way to thin those. Because that was not it.
I don't thin my paints. I just paint them straight out of the pot. Super excited.
This was really the fluorescent ones were really thick and goopy though. Like they were
Oh,
not
sure.
spreading. So that's why those are garbage. And I'm always going to play as teal.
I think teal's a great color. Quitter says, "What brand are you using?" Wants to know.
So the fluorescents are Huge Miniature.
The company's called Huge Miniature.
Yeah. But this is my first time using paint that's not speed paints. So this whole thing is definitely a learning experience.
That's fantastic. I'm doing learning experience too. I'm trying to see how many different colors of Turbo Dork paints I can put on a guy.
How many do you have? Or do you have like the
Well,
whole set?
about 4 so far. But I'm going to set the dry. The problem is,
No, I meant like of the set. Like, do you have
oh,
all
the
the
set. Well,
colors?
here I'll show you. Let's see if I can make this. Let's see if this camera works. It does. Okay. Um, all this section over here is Turbo Dork paints.
Oh wow.
That's all Turbo Dork. This is all my contrast crap back there. This is all just random technical crap from them. I don't know. And then this is my speed paints. And then this is the oldest set of Army Painter paints you're ever going to see in existence. I think I've had these for 10 years. Half these don't even work anymore, but they're still there. That's the deal.
Teal'c was my favorite character.
Oh, yeah, and SG-1. I love Stargate. I actually go to sleep to that every night.
Oh, we had to stop. Kiddo and I were watching Stargate when they took it off of whatever streaming series we were watching, so we didn't get to finish it.
It's on Amazon.
Is it?
It's on Amazon Prime. To the Netflix, they lost their contract to Netflix. Now it's on Amazon Prime.
Good to know. Thank you. Because I'm like, well, there's no way we can watch like 4 seasons in 2 days.
No, that'd be tough. Fire Drake, good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Just wanted to say hello and happy painting. Got a ton of Ravaged Star. To paint. Okay. Ravaged Star. Oh, it must be a game. Ravaged Star. My guess. I don't know Ravaged Star.
I don't know it either.
But now what I need...
this teal color, though, is Vallejo.
Oh, that's Vallejo. Oh, Vallejo's really good. I should get Vallejo, but I don't have Vallejo.
This is probably 2-year-old Vallejo, though. And it's still easier for me to work with than the other ones. But again, like, first time paint, it's nothing against the brand. I just don't know how to use it yet.
Right. It'll be good. Let's see. I'm debating if I want to put some pink on this guy. I don't like him.
You want to put what on?
Well, he's got this, like, mysterious black cloak right now. I'm kind of wondering if what if I put some pink? Let's see what happens. It'll be good. I'll just put a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's not working. Just get a little bit on there. Not very much. Pat it on there. A little bit. Yeah. That's the deal. So you are going to Gen Con next year. That's your plan?
That is my plan. Right. Origins, I'll do Nerdfest again, which is local here. I'm going to UConn, which is also local here in Michigan, in a couple weeks, actually. And it's in my hometown.
Oh.
Where I grew up and where I still go to school, actually. And then I will hopefully do Origins. That's the plan. Hubby and Kiddo will hopefully join me for Origins, and then Kiddo and I will probably both go to Gen Con again.
Nice.
Assuming he wants to. We'll see. We'll have to talk about that.
Was it a lot?
Yeah, well, because I didn't know I was going till like much later. And at that point, obviously it was too late to get the hotel block because everything was sold out.
Oh, sure,
but I got a grant. Gen Con does a grant program for people in underrepresented groups.
Oh, sure.
So I got the grant much later than, too late to do the block. So I got an Airbnb that cost almost as much as my honeymoon, which was at my Disney World honeymoon. My housing for Gen Con was probably as expensive as my housing for Disney Resort honeymoon.
That's pretty amazing.
I know, yeah. I don't think I actually told my husband that, but it's fine. He can't hear me, right? That's sure, right. He's only in the other room. It's fine. But it was a half mile away, so Kiddo coming with me to Gen Con, it was a lot more like walking back and forth, and then I had like obviously like events and parties and things like that, and I knew that Gen Con was going to be busy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that I wouldn't eat for like 24 hours, and that I think or even Derek had let me know about the foreteller event.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think I even got there till like midnight.
Oh yeah, we got there right away. I think when it started, we left about like 10 o'clock. Maybe not 10:30.
I had the TLN meetup that night, and then Charity Board Gamer had like a huge event in the CGE room. And then I went to the Foreteller event, and by then you guys were gone.
Oh yeah.
And luckily, the Cephalofair guys
Oh
who I
sure.
met at Origins, and so they stopped me. They ran down and were like, "Are they not letting you in VIP?" And I'm like, so I went up and hung out in the VIP with them for a while. That was cool. It was loud there though.
Nice. We only
The I
stayed for
don't.
the first band that we got.
Oh my gosh, it was so loud. I think I literally have like permanent hearing loss from that band. It's a cool band, but I was like, oh, I literally cannot hear it for 3 days.
That sounds about right. It's funny because while I was there, I was like texting my wife, going like, "We got to go out more to some concerts. I haven't been to a concert in a while. We got to do this. Go see some local music. It'd be fun." We used to do
Yeah.
that. I was in a band, so we used to like go to the bar like every couple of weeks, and I'd have to play a show.
Oh yeah.
That's how
It
I got
was
my
fun
wife.
though. Of
She,
being the
she,
cool band guy.
yeah, she dated me because I was in the band. The only way.
That's awesome.
Then I married her real fast so that she couldn't go away.
You could change your mind.
That's right. Right. Loquitur Gaming says he's talking about your Stargate extravaganza. That's what binge watching is invented for. How many seasons can you pack in one weekend? That's right. Right. Good
So
luck.
we tried, but I think we were only on the second season when they were pulling it off of Netflix or whatever. And I think it was still like during the school year. So it wasn't like even just in summer where we could literally, do nothing but watch it. And so it was just kind of like, we're never going to finish it. So I think that's when we switched to Star Trek.
Oh, sure.
Or TNG.
Yep. Next Generation. Nice. Good stuff. Fire
But I
Drake.
think though, I need to get him watching Quantum Leap. I loved Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap is good. Oh yeah, Ravage Star released by Mini War Gaming. They got a new Kickstarter on November 17th. All right, I'll check it out. I'm guessing it's a skirmish type game of some kind. Steve says we have to plan a big meetup at Gen Con next year. Co-op chat, Co-op guild. Co-op guild, maybe a table, everybody's got to be there.
Hopefully I'll actually be in like the hotel block so I'm not a half mile away.
That'll work. We actually stayed at a BR&B too because Colin and I drive in. And so we had a car.
Okay.
We just drive in, and it's just a lot easier that way.
Oh yeah, I'm only 4 hours away. I drive.
Nice. We thought of why don't we do the BR&B? That way we have a place to go when we want to. We don't have to be like, okay, I know a hotel is a place to go too, but we're kind of like, you know what? We can just go back, hang out, not have to worry about stuff. We want to do it that way, so it worked out really well. Steve, we woke up every morning and Steve made eggs for us. It was great.
Nice.
Now I'm picturing Barrett shredding like crazy. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was just hard because, like, kiddo, it was really long days for kiddo, but he couldn't then go back to a hotel room or to the Airbnb himself. Okay. So that walking back and forth or like forcing him to like go to like all the things, it was, and plus I don't think either of us were prepared for like 80,000 people trying to get cards.
Right.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, I asked my wife if she wanted to go with the kids. She's like, you know what? I think this is your thing for now. Maybe sometime in the future, but you do it. You have fun. Okay.
It was a lot of fun though. I got to stream from the Gen Con studios.
Nice.
Yeah.
We did not. We were thinking about it. We never had enough time. We were going to stream. We were actually going to like a whole co-op chat and everything there, but no, we didn't do it. We woke up, went back. We were like, okay, we don't. No, we're not going to do that. We'll just go have fun, do our thing.
It was cool, but it's like crazy because I obviously have never done anything in a real studio. So to have like people like doing all this stuff for you, but we couldn't see chat. So it was myself and Matthew from Room 51.
Okay.
We played Distilled.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first thing I did. It was like 10. I had to be there at 10 a.m. Thursday morning. So I was walking through the Lorcana quote unquote line.
Oh my gosh.
Which was not a line. It was just insanity. And I'd never been to Gen Con before. So my very first experience was having to be at their studio to do this show like on their channel and knowing where I'm going and just all these people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
Why are you
this is
all
too
here?
much. Like I was like, I knew it was gonna be crazy. I knew it was bigger than Origins, but and then like the next day or like at midnight, I found out it was like Lorcana line. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That was ridiculous line. That's for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I did a kind of like my Gen Con highlights or whatever kind of video. It was
Hmm.
like a short one, but my Lorcana footage was actually the footage that Kiddo took on the
Oh,
second day. So not even the first day insanity, the second day
sure.
while I was at the AEG thing. Um, so yeah, because I was like, dude, because he wanted to get Dumb Ways to Die.
Oh,
And I'm like, go ahead, that's fine. You know where it is. You can go get it while I'm at this meeting thing. And he was like, yeah, mom, he texted me, he's like, no, I'm not going. this there's too many people. And I was like, no, just wait 5 minutes. Like when the doors open, it's fine. And
that's
he's like,
right.
it's been 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, never mind. We'll go later.
Later.
As soon as I'm done, we'll go before
Oh,
they saw it again.
yeah. Colin and I failed on our mission. It's funny because we went there. We didn't even buy any games that really were for ourselves. Michael says bringing kids on trips is a whole other experience. That's for sure. Uh,
Yeah, luckily he is 15, so it's not
yeah.
too crazy, but
And Steve says
and
he's
he
going to
was a
bring
lot of
his
help.
wife next year.
He did help me a lot. He was like definitely helping me like carry things, and luckily because I had to feed him, sometimes it helped remind me to eat.
Sure. That's a good plan. See, there you go.
And we definitely took full advantage of the BIPOC lounge. So even when I was, because I did work 4 hours over the course of like the whole weekend, but the Game Pathways booth that helps or works with inner city youth
Okay.
get into the industry, like mentorships, things like that.
Yeah.
So I worked their booth. So when I was working, Aiden just like or kind of hung out like in the BIPOC lounge and got to play some games with like Ruel Gaviola and some other people. And we're like, okay, this is perfect. Like I'm
Perfect.
just gonna leave. Thanks for babysitting, y'all. Like just gonna leave him here for a while.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it is quite an experience. Yeah, Colin and I really didn't have much for going to do that, and we kind of laughed about it because we're eventually walking around the whole like area together. We did the whole hall by with each other, and I turned
Yeah.
about halfway through. I'm like, so let me get this straight. We drove all the way from Minnesota just so we can hang out together again all day.
Because you guys live like what, like super
Yeah,
close,
15
right?
minutes from each other. And,
Oh
and
my
we both
gosh.
agreed, it's like, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's like, yeah, no kidding, man. It's just awesome to walk around and to just see all these games and do all these things. So, and
It's
then, of
such an
course,
experience.
yeah. And then of course, Colin, we've also figured out that apparently I am all about the doom and gloom. Because I'd be like, oh, check out this game. He goes, oh, yeah, check out that game. It says, oh, death, die, die, blood, blood, death. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Oh, look, this one says, like, fall down into hell. Oh, yeah, I bet that's a game for you, Baron.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, well, there's your game over there. It says flowers, flowers, happy, happy, right over there.
Oh. What was my Oh my gosh, now I'm trying to think, like, what was my favorite Gen Con haul? Oh, man. I still have so much stuff I need to cover. So much stuff.
It
I
never
I don't know how
ends.
people fly.
No, it's impossible. Well, and the best part is we brought games with us. I thought, why would we bring in a lot of games?
I did too.
But we did, and we played actually a lot of them. That was like I said, that's the cool part about it. We kept the big games back at the house, and like we'd leave about like now 8 or 9. We go back home, play a game together with like something we had, and then wake up, go back the next morning. Of course, after I had super great eggs with cheese in them, Steve made them every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Super
I,
good.
I yeah, I brought games too. I didn't bring a lot because I knew, that we would be getting some.
Yep.
Um, and but I also don't think I realized how many games I was gonna come with. So we have like a wagon that like folds up that I
Oh,
got specifically for cons. And, it was good. Like on the way there, like got everything to the Airbnb, like including our luggage. It took 3 wagonfuls to get everything out of the Airbnb into the car.
oofed up.
Yeah. I had to buy a Calyx.
I'm back. Going to IKEA.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was well, actually I already had the Calyx, but I had to actually finally put the Calyx
There you go.
together. So the 5x5, and then I was talking to Board Gamer Steph from or Steph Hodges. I can't remember exactly what her channel is on YouTube, but all the games with Steph is one of the things. But and I'm just like how many games? I don't know if you've ever seen her streams or her videos, but I asked, they have like over 2,000 games in their collection.
Cool stuff.
And like I just saw today that they just got like a whole package from, oh gosh, who sent them stuff? I can't remember where. But yeah, and I'm like, where? Like how many houses do they have to have
Yes.
to store all these games plus their Gen Con hall, plus like everything? I was like, oh my gosh. And then Thinker Themer. I mean, they had to fly back to Australia. How do you carry all this stuff back? I thought the kid was going to ride on the roof. So I know now I can never fly to a convention because I'm just not smart enough to figure out how to get everything home.
If I ever did that, my wife would kill me. If I brought that many things home or anything like that. It's like, if you notice, I get the furnace room. So that's what I got back here. We have one thing out there. That's where I have the ones I'm playing right now. But that's about it. But we're getting more.
I think I brought home like 28 to 30.
Brought like 4.
But oh gosh, Foster the Meeple. I think they had like over 90 that they went home with.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, and oh my gosh, so I did like a Gen Con haul video, and it's like all the games and Diet Coke, because I totally took Diet Coke home from the BIPOC lounge and I counted that as part of my haul.
There you go.
And but the whole point of it originally was I was just gonna try to scare the crap out of my husband. And
nice.
So I was gonna have Aiden take a photo of like the all the stuff and just be like, oh my gosh, mom's lost her mind or something, and just try to like make my husband believe they actually bought all of this stuff, and wait for him to panic for a couple hours, and then to be like, no, just kidding, like publishers give you stuff too. Like, but it ended up just being like our haul video. But yeah, I just really wanted to scare the crap out of my husband.
That's pretty good. I should have done that for my wife. She'd been like, look at all the stuff I got. But it's funny because the stuff I brought home was actually more for her. I bought she's big into, and we play a lot, like we really enjoy murder mystery escape room type games, right? So I bought a huge like compilation of 6 of them from The Hunt to Killer. We're actually playing it tomorrow night with a couple of friends.
Nice.
And so that's the stuff I never put on my channel because it's like, oh hey, watch me like show you the whole game, and you never can play it again. So I never do anything like that. But we have a lot of those type of games because she's a big fan of those, and so it's something we play together. So I bought the whole thing.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to cover Mother of Frankenstein because I do playthroughs.
Oh, sure.
But I can't do a playthrough because then all the answers. So I've been trying to figure that one out, and obviously I did not figure that out in time for Halloween. But yeah, I Bree, if you're watching, I will come. It will happen. I just need to figure out how.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it like, hey, big spoilers, but I mean, to think about it, any of those other big campaign games you play, unless it's like, for example, Shadows of Brimstone, you could do that forever. No one's gonna be different. But a lot of like things that some have like story, like Sleeping Gods, for example. We did it. People watched it. They're still gonna experience that. Sure, it's not the whole game, but they're still probably gonna run into something and be like, oh, I remember this.
Well, see, my thing is I couldn't remember like when I had played it already or watched like your stream or somebody else's stream. I got to the point where I'm like, I think I remember this, but I don't know what was chosen or what happened, or like there's so much. I mean, the Sleeping Gods especially, there's just so much going on that it's so hard to kind of just be like, oh, yeah, I remember this. No, no,
No.
no, no. Especially, I think I only play with Sleeping Gods like twice a year. And
Sure.
now I kept track. So I know all the places I've already gone, what choices I've already made. And that's another reason why I do the easy mode. Or
Okay.
so I can go, I have the experience points to kind of just skip all the stuff that I've done. Cause especially with the expansions too. Like I haven't done a dungeon yet.
Nice. You haven't done dungeon. Well, you gotta get on that.
No.
Colin did
Yeah,
one. I
I
did
know.
not. Colin did though.
Yes. But I think Colin doing the dungeon's the only time I've seen somebody do a dungeon on
Yeah.
a Sleeping Gods playthrough.
I
Because there's
haven't
just so
found one.
much to it.
Yeah. Tons of them. Matthew. Awesome to have you here. Matthew Rose in the house. He says, I put on a clown mask and went trick or treating 2 nights ago and got a lot of weird looks. But hello, everyone. You, of course, is kidding. Matthew, good to see you. Thank you for joining so much. Thank you for having you here. Awesome to see you. It's been a while. It's good to see you. Actually, it's been a while since I've actually been on one of these things, so it's awesome to see all these people that I normally. Colin has decided that the last couple weeks we were not going to stream, so. And I was trying to think if I should maybe do one on my own, but I never did.
Hmm.
I failed.
Streaming on your own is an adventure.
Yes.
I almost always stream on my own. And it's amazing how good you get, though, at talking to yourself,
This is true.
for good or bad.
A little bit of both. We'll go a little bit of both. Totally get it. I totally get it.
I think just since doing content, or sorry, I definitely talk to myself more now than I did before.
Mm-hmm. Especially when I'm playing
Like,
games.
whether I'm playing a game or not.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah. Um, yeah. I definitely think I talk to myself a lot more than I used to. Or maybe now I'm just more aware of it.
Well, who knows, huh?
Who knows?
I can ask
I
my wife. She
am
could tell me.
so that's the other thing that was like when I'm streaming, if anybody else is home, like they can hear me
Mm-hmm.
too. So I think I definitely talk to myself more because sometimes like, come like, are you streaming? And I'm like, no. And I don't know if he's just asking because I'm talking to myself or or if I have my lights on
Or if
and
the
it's
lights
just like,
on.
yeah, like I might just be talking to myself.
Loquitur says the best the best is recording by yourself, telling dumb jokes and making yourself laugh. Oh my gosh, yes, I do this all the time.
It's awesome.
All the time. It's so sad because I'll record something and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that." Oh, whatever, it's fine. It'll be good. I think the
Oh,
worst
it's so
thing I
funny.
ever said while I was recording was I was playing folklore and we're playing against. I was doing a battle and I beat something and I was super excited. There's one guy left to kill and it's like a moon priest and I got a 100 and that was like awesome. That's like a super critical hit or whatever. And I go, yeah, and that's how you take out a priest. I mean, that was like probably not the best thing to say. Oh, well, it's in the video. It'll be fine. I didn't take
With
it
your
out.
windows open and like now all your neighbors think you're a weirdo.
That's right. With all the windows open, exactly. Oh my gosh. It.
Oh my god, I'm sure my neighbors probably think I'm a weirdo.
Oh yeah.
Especially since you can always see my sparkly lights and then I have like all these other like crazy lights that I'm just too lazy to turn off sometimes.
That's pretty awesome. T. Clark says it's fine to talk to yourself. It's even fine to respond to yourself. It just means you keep yourself good company. That's plan. That's plan.
What's up, fam?
Family Plays Games. Awesome to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Dang, finally can chat. 5 minutes is long time. What's up, Jen? Oh yeah, sorry about that. I do put that in due to the fact that we had an issue one time with one of our. We were doing an Oathsworn stream, and also we got all these like horrible like bot things flying in, and I'm not technologically advanced enough to figure all that crap out. So I just put up a 5 minute kicker. Sorry about that, but thank you for joining us. Awesome to have you.
Welcome in, Mick. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, I had to wrap my OFPG shirt. I recently joined OFPG Voices.
Nice.
Got to do my first segment that went up about a month ago, early October. So
Oh,
super cool. And I got to meet OFPG family at Grand Con here in Michigan over Labor Day weekend.
nice. Are they from
Yeah,
Michigan
so
as
it was a
well,
lot of
or
fun.
do they come in?
No, 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 no. Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's down in the middle of
But they were doing
okay.
panels. So yeah, they were guests for Grand Con. So it was super cool. It was a lot of fun. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course I'm going. Plus, it's see, being in Michigan's great because Grand Con, 2 hours. UConn, which is in 2 weeks, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, depending upon traffic. 4 hours to Origins, 4 hours to Gen Con.
Wow.
And then Nerdfest, which is, another like local one. So I have like 5 conventions that are within 4 hours in any given year.
That's pretty awesome. I've got like none. Oh, that's about it.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Oh,
Matthew, yeah, he says he has one of the OFPG shirts as well. Good to see that. Jen is a welcome member of the OFPG Voices, kicking butt on her first time out. Love it. I was wondering, was that a real axe or is that just like a prop thing that you picked up
no, it's
somewhere?
totally a prop, but
Okay, it
the
looks real.
bride had a the bride had was part of my was one of my guests for my OFPG Voices segment.
Oh,
And I had the hatchet like over on my table. And my husband walked in one day for a second, and for a moment he was like, "Why do you have a hatchet?" And I was like, "You weren't supposed to see that."
don't worry about it. Nothing here.
nothing, nothing to see here. Making that video though was so funny because like one day my son comes home from school and I'm literally just dressed like a cat, which I am at conventions anyway. I usually have cat ears that light up, so I'm easier to spot
Not a
at
bad
the big
plan.
ones. Yeah, it's great, honestly, especially since they light up, and I'm like, just look up for the light up cat ears, like you'll find me. Um, but yeah, my son comes home from school and I'm literally just like dressed like a cat with whiskers and things. He doesn't even blink. He's just like, "Hi," and just like keeps walking. And I'm
Yep.
like, "Yeah,
I go to the kitchen.
okay, like let's try with the bride tomorrow."
Maybe that'll turn some heads. Paul and I usually walk around all the conventions incognito. Usually just have shirts that don't look like us. We just walk around. Nobody could really probably tell it was even us walking around. We're those people.
Aw.
We're those people.
Just ask. Right. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I love the Haunted Mansion. I had a Haunted Mansion themed wedding though. So
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I definitely had to rock out some Disney Haunted Mansion for sure.
that's pretty awesome. I did not have a haunted mansion wedding.
Well, I mean, I got married like right before Halloween.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
it yeah, it was, and then we got to go for our honeymoon was over Halloween weekend. So we were there. We flew to Disney. We went on the 30th, and then we came back like the following week. So we got to see the whole changeover from Halloween to Christmas, which was super cool. Like it's amazing how quickly like the people, I mean, obviously they have it down to a science. Like
Hmm.
they get it done. But it was crazy. You'd go to a park one day, go back 2 days, like, and it's all Halloweened out. Go back 2 days later, and it's just Christmas. It was wild.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Like,
Oh, oh my God! I'm dropping things like this, Medusa.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and
All
then
right.
oh, you can't see her, but we also had Red from Final Girl show up too.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
check out OFPG Voices.
Please do. I'll put a link of that in the description of this video too, so people can go
Oh,
check it out.
thank
It'll
you.
be awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do.
Loquitur Gaming wants to know if incognito means lost. In case you don't know, Colin and I both have the worst sense of directions known to man. And, well, first off, we drove through the middle of Chicago on the way to Gen Con, which was the worst plan on the planet. We should have drove
No.
around it. So that was
Yeah.
bad. And then we were supposed to help get a game. So Steve and Derek were going to go for the Marvel United stuff. And we were supposed to go for, darn it, I forget the name of the game. It's the one where you're the airplane pilots, the one that just came out
Sky
recently.
Team.
Thank you. Sky Team. So Colin and I are trying to figure out where we're supposed to go to like stand in line for this thing. Which door was the best. And we're trying to figure out the maps and the stuff, and everything's great.
Yeah.
And I think we're just supposed to go towards that big like pink thing over there. Okay, we go over there. We're walking into like Colin's like, is this really weird? It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's not over here. Maybe it's, and somebody's like, we look for Sky Games. Oh, it's all the way over there. It's like, oh, okay. So then we get this slide, of course. The slide's like 90 years long. And we're standing there. I text Steve and I'm like, I think we blew it, Steve. He's like, oh, really? I go, well, I think we're number 633,000. He's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, we're leaving. Because I'm not standing in a 2-hour line for a game. I'm done.
No.
That's why I go to Gen Con. And then on top of that, I went to go do that dungeon thing they have there that you can do, like an escape room dungeon thing.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool, by the way. Super fun.
Was it?
So somebody summed it up best saying, super cool, kind of, but expensive, would do it again. And I was like, yeah, that's probably how I'd sum it up. Really cool, really expensive, but would do it again kind of thing. And so I tried to get back to the place we were playing games together that day, and it was the Marriott that was connected to the Gen Con Hall. And I managed to in order to find that place, I had to leave the building and have to walk around outside because I couldn't figure out which.
Yeah.
I saw the same place twice eventually, and I was like, I'm in the wrong spot again. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to walk 15 minutes.
Part of the, like, I'm not bad with directions, but part of the reason why it took me so long to get to the foreteller event at Slippery Noodle was because I freaking got lost in the convention center and I didn't exit the right part of the building and had to walk like all the way around. I definitely went hard mode on that one.
Nice. Yeah.
And I know my way around Indy at least fairly, like at least well enough. It was my first time to Gen Con, but not my first time to Indy. But being in that convention, it's so big.
Yes.
And there's so much going on, and there's so few, I would almost say just like landmarks to know where you are in the building outside of the main hall. Like I had to go with Ray, who was with CGE at the time, to find Jamie Daggers. Like it ended up being almost like a team thing because we were trying to find where the mini painting was to say hi with her. And actually it worked out because her chat went down. And so like on her thing. So she couldn't see chat. So myself and Foglight were on our phones reading CGE chat to Ray. We're trying to like find Jamie Daggers because until her stuff could get like back up and running. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's silly to get lost in that place. I knew I was doing the wrong thing when I saw the lunar lander again while I was trying to get somewhere. Figured I got mixed up and came the wrong way.
I was working over there. That was by the Game Pathways booth.
Oh, that's
so I
pretty
kind of
sweet.
got to watch it because like that hallway that was people were like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know where I am.
I'm by the lunar lander. I'm under BIPOC. I mean, basically, I'm like, I am almost directly underneath CGE and BIPOC. Like this is. I don't even think I got into the convention hall really until Saturday.
Wow. Yeah. That's okay. You had fun. That's all that matters, right?
I think I slept for 3 weeks after. Crazy story.
Oh, yeah?
This is how you Gen Con. If you
Oh,
already have to pay exorbitant amounts of money for an Airbnb because you didn't get in that hotel block. So it is Saturday night. I had, the TLN charity board gamer foreteller. I haven't eaten. and I know like I'm supposed to Sunday and I'm supposed to do Sunday and then drive back to Michigan. And I'm like ready to cry, Barrett. Like I'm on my way to the TLN party and I'm like just like I'm so tired and I'm gonna have to drive home and it's probably not gonna be safe. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna contact Airbnb and find out one if I can stay an extra day, and if so, how many tens of thousands of dollars
Yep,
this is going to
exactly.
cost me.
Hmm.
So I contact like the main contact person. I'm like, well, we actually have to send it through to like Airbnb proper, and what they'll do is they'll send you like an invite, and then with the pricing, and you can accept or decline. No joke, Barrett. It was a $400 refund for me to stay an extra night because it got me to the 5-night mark.
I never thought about that.
They paid me to stay.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's how you win Gen Con.
All right, that's
when
Gen
you're
Con
already
hack.
paying $3,000.
Gen Con hack right there, right?
Yeah, Gen Con. And the parking structure was like at that point when I was leaving, because I was moving the car closer to the Airbnb, which was like a more expensive structure. So I didn't want to park there for the 5 days. So I'm like, okay, $100. I go, won't read my card. Try again, won't read my card. Let's try this one, won't read the card. I sat there for 7 minutes. And then eventually I'm like, okay, like whatever. So I hit the button and I tell them, and they're like, okay, go ahead, have a great day. They open the gate. $100 free parking.
Wow, you had super hacks. I'm impressed.
Yes, I love Gen Con.
That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, but now I know. Like if you're going, check to see if they have that like 5th day discount thing. Because yeah, I got a $300 refund for not having a nervous breakdown trying to drive home.
That's like, amazing.
Check out, do the last day of Gen Con, and then drive back 4 hours.
Yeah, we only had to drive 8. But 8, 9? I'll have to ask Colin. Once you start going,
well, I mean, if you drive through Chicago, it's 12.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. He's like saying, why do we keep seeing all these toll roads? Well, the good news is we have the free toll pass through America. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this little card I have up here. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. And he's like, we're talking, I'm talking, and he's like, why do you keep seeing these? I'm like, I don't know. We figured out that we had set our GPS to send us around, but then we got out to like a rest stop or something and took the phone off the GPS, came back in, set it to go again.
Oh,
didn't even check. I'm just driving along. Whee!
Oh my god, did it like take you like down 90? Like, did you see
I have no idea where we went. We just followed the GPS. Turn left, turn right, turn right, turn left. Don't get on this road. Why are you in Chicago? Why are you a moron? I mean, that's kind of what it was telling us.
So yeah. I grew up here in Michigan, but I also grew up in the Chicago area, like the northwest suburbs.
Oh,
so
sure.
I have done the drive through that area more times than I could probably count. And I just remember over the years, I mean, before, depending upon the time of day you drove through, like it could be almost okay. And then over the years, it's like no time. It could be 3:30 in the morning and there's still traffic.
It's always bad.
It's mind blowing.
Wow.
I mean, that might be a slight exaggeration.
Probably not by much. See, here I think Spadman and Minneapolis. I know I'm not going anywhere near there. That's okay. I can stay away from there.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay. I can barely get to work in my car, so life is glorious. I've got an electric car, and it doesn't work very well in the cold.
Oh. I hope you enjoy January and February then.
Oh, it's lots of fun. I can't turn my heater on, so I can't put a defrost on, so I have to roll my windows down in order to get to work. And then when I pull in, I hope I have enough mileage to get back. Don't worry, I invested in gloves that keep my hands warm. It's super cool.
You had like hand warmers in your gloves.
I used to. And then I went to Costco and bought these like gloves for $100 that actually you can charge them and then they like heat up. You like press a button, it's like boom. I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, like Melter Man or something.
Oh my
Super
I
cool.
need those. My hands
Oh,
are always so cold.
yeah, they're super cool. They're like my favorite things I bought for myself.
Oh my god, I might need those because oh
I'm
gosh,
investing in a
my hands are
snowmobile
always
soon.
cold.
So I make
Oh,
it this year. It was ooh. Like today, I barely made it to work, and I had to bring my charge cord, and I plugged into the side of the building and charged my car while I was at work.
oh my gosh. Did you guys get a lot of snow? Have you gotten snow?
Oh, it snows. Yes, Minnesota got snow.
No, already, like
Yeah,
so far. Yeah.
yeah.
I know so the some of the guys like Motor City Gameworks obviously are Motor City, but they live like a little bit north of me. And Halloween night they got like I mean just from the photo it looked like several like
Oh,
inches. We just had like a dusting
yeah. We
though.
didn't get that
And I'm
much.
only like maybe I mean with traffic like 45-ish minutes away. There's just like a light dusting, but they had like snow and I'm like but I always say it snows every Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. That's the deal. What's Steve say here?
That is ridiculous.
So Baron is buying parts of Iron Man suit at Costco. That's right, I am. I got the gloves. They're super cool, man. Matt's from Texas.
Awesome.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, Matthew's from Texas. He's not. He's never have to worry about snow. He has like 24/7 air conditioner.
It does snow in Texas every now and then, though, like depending on where you are.
He's also
I
got
always feel bad when
cockroaches the size of like I don't know a cow down there.
yeah, okay, I'll stay here. I'm good. I'm good in the bug-free
That's
winter
right.
zone.
Bill, good to see you. Bill's joining us. For those that don't know, Bill is actually a commission painter. He actually painted a lot of our. He painted all of our Oswarn stuff that we played. If you ever watched any of the
Well,
Oswarn videos.
I'm gonna need some help with this.
That's right. Yes, Bill, we were painting for a while. We kind of got sidetracked. I'm painting a dude here.
Well, I have one that turned out like kind of okay with the
Yeah.
Vallejo paint. I think we're gonna have to print out some new miniatures for the other ones, but you know what though? Like I still have standees, so like we're
There you go.
fine.
You got standees. Yeah,
The
I was
standees
doing
are
some standees. Be fine. I was doing some Tamashii, but that's okay. No,
oh,
Bill.
the other thing was is because I'm using the fluorescence for
Yeah,
my Tamashii, so I'm glad I now know I'm gonna have to practice and kind of figure out like the right amount to thin them before I ruin my really really awesome Tamashii
yes.
miniatures.
Bill is also wondering why he hasn't seen an Eagles jersey. For those that don't know, I made a bet with him that the
Oh
Vikings
yeah.
would beat the Eagles. They did not yet again 2 years straight. So I told him the bet was I would put an Eagles jersey on. So I got to try to find a Kelsey jersey from the Eagles. So I got to put that on it. It's gonna pain my
Was
soul.
this oh, wait, same person that you did a bet you had to play
Yes,
Feast for Odin?
I had to play Feast for Odin. Here, I thought I was going to get a professionally painted giant miniature done because that was the bet if I won. He'd paint one of my miniatures.
Oh.
Nope. Instead, I have to wear Eagles jerseys. I've got to play these Euro games. No.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if somebody's knocking on my door or Aiden's door.
Oh, probably both. Oh,
Hello? Okay. Oh, so we can do cake. So Aiden can go to bed.
there you go. There you go. Man,
It's my husband's birthday and I got him a cake.
you should probably get to your cake. Let's see. What does Loquitur Gaming say? Put some primer on a plastic spoon for good practice. Oh,
Oh, thank
I
you.
totally forgot. Yeah, I never thought about that. That's a way to do this. Uh,
Thank you. Yeah.
Steve says he was honored to meet Meek at
My
FLGS
flags.
friendly local gaming store in Beluga, Nebraska. His enthusiasm for board games is infectious, and it was wonderful to meet him. That's awesome.
Oh, GM Steve, have you gotten to go to the meetups that OFG does? That was sounds I want to go. Still, it's a little far for me though for a game meetup.
Yeah, I can barely get to a game meetup at Colin's house on Sundays.
I can barely get to the one that's at the library down the street.
Yeah, our library does one every once in a while. Actually, our library is doing a thing where they can make a miniature on Hero Forge. They'll 3D print it for you, and then you can go the next week and paint it, which is Pretty cool. So, like, my son's gonna make
Thanks.
a miniature on Sunday with a friend on HeroForge.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty neat. All right, Matt, go ahead. Send me a Eagles shirt. I'll wear it. It'll be good stuff. You can always send me a mini pro bono. Oh, Bill, you're awesome. Bill, you're awesome. That's fantastic. Well, we did a good job of some painting here. Lots of awesome
You
chat.
did a good job.
I don't know about that. I was
I
not.
practiced.
I was out of town for the last meetup that day. Oh, that's sad times that day. Bad. But I better let you get to your birthday extravaganza.
Yeah, kiddo has to wake up at like at 5:30 in the morning, so it's he's like letting me know that it's almost 10:30.
Oh, that's
He wants
right.
to
I
go to
forgot.
bed.
You're an hour later than I am, aren't you?
But hey, he gets to get that hour back this weekend. So
This is
I
very
mean,
true.
come on now, come on now.
One of my favorite weekends. My favorite weekends.
I love that extra hour. Sometimes I
Yes.
use it to have fun. Sometimes I use it for sleep. Not sure what's going to happen this week because Michigan is playing a night game. So it might be just a go out, have fun kind of
Sounds like good times. Sounds like good
time.
times.
Yeah.
Matthew, I did not paint Alexa yet. Matthew actually helps design miniatures, and one of the miniatures he has I actually picked up from Privateer Press. I told him I'd paint it someday. I haven't painted it yet.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway, it was awesome to have you here, Jen.
Thank you for having me. I
I
was so excited when you asked.
I'm hoping to do this again. This is one of my favorite things to do is painting with pals. I know we didn't do a ton of painting. We did more pals than anything else.
Well, I didn't have much to paint. I honestly just I didn't have much to paint. Next time, I have swim season starting though, so we'll see.
We
But
have the
I
same.
still have to paint my Witcher, which would be by speed paints, which I'm now have at least some experience with.
Those
So
are so good.
that would be a little bit smoother.
Speed paints are so nice. They make things so much nicer and so much faster.
Yeah.
Even with the turbo darks, like, okay, that's kind of cool, but the speed paints have been so much faster.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not speed painting Tamashii. I definitely want to use the turbo dorks and the fluorescence and make it as
Yes.
cyberpunky as
But now they got them
possible.
painted. Now I can play the game. So now I'm going to get that going here soon.
Yeah, you need to do that so that way I can learn so then I can play the game.
So now I will tell you, if you ever want to see anything by Jen, please go check out the link in the description. It's going to be awesome. There's first off the link to her YouTube channel, and of course, there's a link to all your 33,000 links that you have.
Twitch,
Yeah.
Twitter, possibly Blue Sky, Instagram, which I don't really use Instagram that much. My Discord maybe is on there. That might be it.
I
Kofi.
have a YouTube
I like
channel
Kofi.
and an email address.
My
Oh, I got.
email. My
I,
email's on there.
I
Okay,
like
so
to
I think
think
it's only like 9 or 10.
but it's awesome. You
Really
can
not.
definitely find her. That's for sure.
Not fine. And if I'm at a convention, look for light up
Yes,
cameras.
light up things. Or you can look for this incognito guy that just walks around and just kind of does things on his own. That's what I am. Oh my gosh. But anyway, thank you
That's
so much for
cool.
joining. It's awesome to have you
Thank
here.
you for having me. I'm glad to be
You
here.
are welcome anytime. If you could just message me and say, "Hey, let's meet up again," I'll be all right. No problem. Anytime. Be super fun to have you.
Awesome. Can't wait to come back.
All right. So now, what do you have anything super cool coming up other than swim season?
So I will now that midterms are over,
Yes. Which you
going to
rocked.
start. Yes, 97, 95, and 93.
Woo!
Um, so more YouTube channels or videos coming up. I will be on Twitch Elevation Games. I will be guesting with them for their Extra Life
Okay.
fundraiser. That is going to be on the 12th, I think at 2 p.m. We're going to be playing After Us from Pandasaurus. And then, of course, you can find me participating on tabletop live network.com and also Tabletop After Dark as well. So for those
Nice.
streamathons over on Twitch.
So you can find her on Twitch and all over the place. That's absolutely pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I try.
And I will have to say that we're doing Extra Life here November 4th. big thing. It's helped to raise money for children's hospitals all across the nation. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Colin, I work with Derek and I work with Steve. We all three of us work together as a group to try to work on getting money raised. And Colin and I will be, of course, rounding out the night like we always do. We'll be playing Cthulhu Death May Die, Space Hulk, and then, of course, we always end with our favorite game to end with. It's called Leading Edge Aliens. It's about the only thing I've got for it right now. The game is actually down. Actually, I think the game's down here. I can probably hold it up. It's my most beloved and dear game I ever owned. I have played it hundreds and hundreds of times. It's ripped to shreds.
It's so well loved.
Yes, it's the well loved. It's Aliens. This time it's War from 1989, I think, or something. But we play it every year at the end, and I've got like little minis and a board and all that. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be lots of fun.
Awesome. Well, I will definitely come stop by because we used to work at a children's hospital, so I am here for it.
That's awesome. Well, anyway, thank you all. Thank you all for joining the chat. It's awesome to have you all here. Thank you, everybody who was able to chat with us. You are what really makes this the most fun thing, to have the chat, being able to hang out with us, asking us questions. Jen, it's a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to have you here. We're going to do this again soon, I hope.
Definitely.
All right. Well, take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. If I hit the buttons right.